stare them down. And I'm not joking, it works. Yeah, I just give them a look and they stop. Oh, it's wifey on both sides. Genius. Hello, you guys. Happy year 2020. Why do I feel so awkward filming? Anyway, you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is January 6th and I'm on my last week of winter break. I've actually had 3 weeks of winter break and I'm so happy because I know I wouldn't be ready to go back by now. So very happy about it. It's currently Monday, enjoying my last week back, but I just want to take a minute to film this video and share with you guys a little announcement that I have. And I also want to do a questionnaire that Jen from Genuine Teaching has tagged out. Jen from Genuine Teaching has created, and I want to do it again. I did it last year, so I'm gonna do it again this year because last year to this year is vastly different. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Bree. I teach 5th grade. I'm in my 2nd year of teaching and I am in Southern California. So real quick, I want to give some shout outs. Special shout out for today's video is I used the new Jawbreaker palette on my eyes today and I did something very new and I'm really proud of it. Purple on my inner corner if you couldn't tell, but I used this shade right here in, not gonna say that shade name. I'm gonna just give a shout out because my really good friend Angelica got this for me and this is my first ever Jeffree Star palette and I used it on my eyes today. And I'm gonna give a special shout out to my other good friend, Margaret, who made me this shirt. And yes, I'm standing on the couch. She made this shirt from her Cricut. I don't know how she does it. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. And it has glitter on it. I don't know how she did it. It was amazing. They both watch my videos and they're both great, so I wanted to shout them out. Now for today's video, like I said 20 million times, like, wow, this intro is terrible, but whatever. Today we are talking about year 2020 goals and I have a little bit of an announcement, which I will tell you at the end of the video. And I just want to make sure I'm giving the right advertisement of saying little, because it is little, but it could be a big deal. But to me, it's kind of little. To you, it might be a big deal. Or to me, it could be a big deal. Let me drink more coffee so I can like... Do you see that spider? It literally just came down from a web from the ceiling. It's still alive. And I'm not trying to be dramatic, but I sincerely do not like spiders. It literally disappeared into the couch abyss. Oh, I sprayed it 3 times with this and it didn't do anything, so hopefully it just dies. Anyways, on that note, let's just jump into the video. Real quick, I just want to reflect on my 2019 year and talk about goals that I have for 2020 in terms of my personal life and also in terms of my teaching life and my career. Last year in 2019, it was just challenging for me on my confidence because if you guys didn't know, I was teaching at a district, actually the district I grew up in, at the same school that I attended. So it definitely held a special place in my heart, but I was teaching there and I just kind of found my confidence just depleting. I just felt like my confidence was here with teaching ability and it just going down. I was in my master's degree. I started my master's degree actually a year ago in January and it wasn't hard, but it was definitely strenuous and took a lot of my effort and all my extra time. So basically what was happening was I was becoming really low in confidence. I really wasn't having that much of fun and a social life. And I was just kind of being really down and pessimistic and that's not really who I am. And so things started changing after the school year was over. I found out I was not getting hired back. That was what I needed to move forward because the whole time I was worried about, am I getting hired back? Am I doing enough? And I a good enough teacher to be here. And then, came March and I didn't get asked back to my district and that kind of helped project my life into a more up that I needed, but it was just hard. So now in the year 2020, So in the year 2020 so far, I have set very specific goals because last year I was feeling sad and I was feeling down and I was I was kind of having a victim outlook. Now, this may sound cliche. Of course, my dogs are barking crazy, but this might sound cliche. I am so excited for the year 2020 because I am seriously making an effort to change the way I think. So the reason why I was being so down in 2019 is because I was in a rut. I couldn't get out of my negative thoughts. I couldn't get out of my stress. I couldn't get out of a lot of things that was wrong in my head mentally. So this year I'm making a huge effort to not do that. And I will tell you, I have very specific goals that I want to do. And just to list a few for 2020, I have a few personal goals and I'll talk about those at the end of the video. Can I just get to the questions? How long is this intro? Question number one. I hope another spider doesn't just attack me. So question number one, what are some challenges you've had to face this school year? So this current school year, I'm in 5th grade, I'm in a new district, and I would just say how different my kids are at this particular site and grade compared to my last particular site and grade. So what I mean by that is the first day of school, I was ready, I was rearing. I'll link that video down below, but I was just ready to conquer. And literally the first day of school, my class was so talkative. Like, I was not this talkative. I was very quiet and like timid. They're not quiet, they're not timid. That was a huge challenge to me to deal with the talking. Another challenge for me personally was I felt like I was not connecting very well with my students at the time. And it was like maybe week 3 and I'm just like, I feel like I'm not connecting with them. I feel like I'm not connecting with them. I just did not feel like I was making that personal connection that I feel like I need to have with my students to make a positive impact. So I just felt like I wasn't connecting with them and it was making me really sad and just, you know, questioning what I was doing wrong. And literally what I was doing wrong is I was just not being patient enough and taking enough time. So if you're in that situation too, where you don't feel like you're connecting with your students, you know what, just give it time. Give it more time and put the same love and energy into it. But that was definitely a struggle so far in this year. But other than that, I talk about this in other videos, but other than that, my class has been so good, so fabulous. They have so surprised me with their turnaround. In the beginning of the year, my 5th graders were having a hard time lining up. Now they line up amazing, even for a fire drill, and they just blow my mind. So question number 2, what are some successes you've had this school year? Some successes I have had this school year, getting the respect from my students. It was really hard in the beginning of the year. I have finally felt like I am reaching my students on a personal level. I'm getting them excited to work. I'm getting them excited to turn things in. I am getting them excited to learn, and that's a huge success for me because in the beginning of the year, I just felt like I wasn't doing that for them. I think they just needed to see that I was there for them and for a longer period of time. So basically, I feel like I've gotten respect from my students back to me because, like, I don't know, I feel like they trust me. Like, they know I'm true to my word. They know, like, if I say this, it's gonna happen. And literally a huge success I have is I have made a huge attempt to not work as hard. So when I'm disciplining, I literally don't want to say more than a couple words because it's exhausting to say that. Like, when you're teaching, you just get exhausted, like repeating yourself, and you get exhausted, you know, saying the same things over and over. So now when I see a student, you know, not making the best choices, all I have to do is stare them down. And I'm not joking, it works. I really can't reenact the look I give because it's not very genuine. But yeah, I just give them a look and they stop, and I just stare them down until they make a better choice. And it works for me. It works in my class, and that's just what I do. Number 3, what has been one of your favorite lessons or activities you've done this year? Definitely the presentations I have done, because the students have told me they've never presented in front of the class before, and I'm like, great, you're doing it multiple times this year. So definitely the Google slide presentations, very fun. There's 2 more questions. Number 4, what are your must-haves for the classroom: expo markers and whiteboards. I think that is the most important because it makes all the students are involved when working with a whiteboard and a marker, and they love the whiteboards and markers. Like, I don't know what it is about them. Even when I was in school, I loved whiteboard markers. Like, I felt like it was such a cool thing to use, and they seriously love it. So a must-have is expo markers and dry erase boards. And I will tell you, I've gone through so many expo markers. Next year, I'm gonna put an order in for more expo markers because, like I tell my students, please don't lose your markers. I'm expo marker poor. It's true. All right, number 5. What are your goals for the remainder of the school year? My goals for the remainder of the school year is I want to try out more IABs. I want to do one IAB prep a week on Thursdays particularly, and I just want to do better in vocab instruction. Like, I feel like I'm not doing so hot with vocabulary instruction. Like, I do the Frayer 4 model, or I do the Frayer model, but I need to think of something more like activity based, because I mean, that is activity based, but we need to talk about the vocabulary terms more, and we need to think about what they mean. And I want to put more tier 2 vocabulary into my ELA rotation. So I'm definitely going to be planning that out Thursday, Friday. Like, I'm taking Thursday and Friday this week to plan and kind of come up with a new ELA routine, because that's the routine I'm kind of like, I want to tweak a little bit. Oh wait, that was the last question. All right, you guys, so I hope you guys liked that little survey questionnaire. And now let's talk about some of my own personal goals that I want to master. So in the classroom, I want to do better with vocabulary instruction, and I want to just do more IAB prep. If you don't know what IAB prep is, it's just like questions that you can pull online from the actual test of the year. Why can't I remember what the test is called? SBAC. From the SBAC. It's just, you know, using examples and questions from the SBAC and just reviewing it as a class and doing strategies. Another one I want to really nail, and I'm going to be doing this, going to be researching this the next couple days, is I want to figure out a better method of teaching math problems or math word problems. I'm just going to be researching a few different ways. I used cubes last year. There's like, as I'm literally speaking right now, I'm like running off things in my head. Oh, I could do this, this, and this. So I want to do math word problem prep better. I want to study myself to teach it better. Same with vocabulary and more IABs. All right, with more personal goals, I created a little mini list. I have found myself in a rut last year. I was in a rut, and when you're in a rut, you just are negative and feel gross and just feel heavy, and I'm just so tired of living that way. So I am being proactive and changing my lifestyle. When I work during the school year, I am waking up at 5 a.m. and working out in the morning. I like to do HIIT, so I'll be doing HIIT workouts in the morning, and I'm gonna be doing that Monday through Friday, just waking up at 5, getting it done, going to work, coming home, and then doing what I want to do at 4 o'clock. 5 a.m. in the mornings, I'm tracking my macros. I've tracked my macros for like 3 years now, and that, I mean, I've really just gone to the habit, which isn't the best, of eating amazing, working out amazing, doing all these amazing activities to get my body in shape, brain in shape, and then I stop for the holidays. I do it every year. I stop during back to school and I just get so busy. So I'm getting back into the routine of things, tracking my macros, just eating clean, and I have a wedding to get ready for. Like, that's really motivating me to do that also. Another goal I have is I want to read every single night, and I actually started reading last night, feeling good. I want to be in bed by 10 if I'm waking up at 5 a.m. and I just want to feel energized and good and productive. Yes. And I also want to go back to school and take some Spanish classes. Now, for the little mini baby small announcement, building it up this high. But I finally created my TPT store. So now everything I create, I am going to be putting it on TPT. I have 4 products so far on there, and I had 2 people buy them. Thank you if you were the ones who bought my sub templates. Like, so cool. So real quick, what I have for sale thus far is I have sub template. I will link my video down below about substitute teaching tips, and this is what I used every single day. I subbed. Like, this saved my life, got me so many jobs, and just helped me be organized myself. And just a quick overview, it's just students that went above and beyond, students that need reminders, comments, contact information, and I made different layouts of this. So if you do purchase it, you can pick your favorite one. This is a freebie I have online, and it's just the holiday traditions presentation, and you could totally do this like after the holidays. Like, you could do this coming back from school or whenever. You could do it next year. This is another holiday tradition Google presentation, and speaking listening grades are a little hard to find, you know, so go ahead and jump on it if you like. It's free. And then I have my brain dump. It's free also. And then I also, lastly, as of now, have I'll link the video down below again, but it's the adding of decimals for the 3-course meal, adding, subtracting, multiplying decimals for a 3-course meal, using those ads in the newspaper or in the mail. So that was my little baby announcement. If you guys want to go check out my store, it's going to be linked down below. Always now, I finally opened it. The next thing I want to get up is my flow map for writing, the red, orange, green, blue. That's what I want to get up next. Okay, Ozzy's looking at me through the window, and he has grass in his mouth. If there's anything that I have talked about thus far and you want me to create, even if it was for 3rd grade, I probably still have it. Let me know, and I will recreate with the font that is appropriate and not copywritten, and I will get that on TPT for you. So please let me know. And of course, as I teach and go, I will be posting what I use in my classroom, so it'll be more of a better correlation. So thank you guys for sitting through this extremely long video. I mean, is long a bad thing? Nah, I like to watch YouTube and get ready in the morning, so I don't think it's a bad thing. Thank you guys so much for watching. My next video will just be weekly vlogs, and follow me on my teaching journey. And thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe. I've always told myself if I get to 5K, I'm gonna do a Q&A and a giveaway, because it rhymes and it's cool. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video. Happy 2020. Let's make it a good year together, and let's stay positive and proactive. Let's just be happy. Okay, catch you guys in the next video.